And we're live. Okay. Matt, what are you going to call this morning?
I have a ton of callbacks from just kind of like I was doing last week. Like I was telling you, my big thing for 2023 is I'm still going to call expireds, but I really want to get my database cleaned up. It's just a friggin' mess. So I want to get my database cleaned up. I want to get it upright and tight, and so that anybody I add, I can put them on a very specific plan, and when they pop up, I have those people to call back. So I really want a clean database.
I like that.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. So this morning, I will probably be calling expireds tomorrow morning. How about you?
I'm going to do a few follow-ups and then hit expireds and then just listed, just sold. I think we're going to have a manual jump on, probably do some expireds.
Nice.
Hello. Hey, neighbor. It's Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you? This is Kent over at Summit Realty. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, sorry to bug you. I just wanted to call and see if you still needed to sell your home. And yep. Okay. And call the other reason for my call is to see if you'd have time to meet this afternoon. Wonderful. I know that you get off work at about 3:30. Is that right? Could Yep. I'm a realtor, local realtor in the area. Okay. Trying to get a quick sell out of it. I love it. Well, I think we could get you that cash offer, neighbor. I think that we could get you the cash offer and on top of that make you a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with any
Hey,
cash
good morning,
offer,
Brenda. This is
you're gonna
Matt
lose
Parker
quite
with
a
Keller
bit.
Williams Realty. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. You guys have a good Thanksgiving? Well, I'm glad to hear. Well, I had a great one and ate too much, fell asleep, woke up and did it again. So, yeah, that's pretty typical for Thanksgiving. So, well, hey, listen, Brenda, I
Yeah.
wanted to follow up with you and Roderick and see if y'all had come to any conclusions. If you were still thinking about selling your Zephyr Glen Way property, or if you're going to put those plans on hold. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't dropping the
Well,
ball.
let's get you a second
I'm
opinion.
here for you if you
It
need me.
can't hurt.
Uh huh.
What's the rush in getting it sold, neighbor? Time is money. Okay.
Oh,
I
good.
see. So it's sitting vacant.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest with
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I
I
get that.
am
Let's
Okay. That's well. I'll be honest with you. I'm not disappointed at that at all. So, because putting it on hold means you guys are at least working on or
what's your
trying
other
on
offer
working things out, and I
coming in
think
hot?
that's wonderful. So, talking is the
What's your
biggest thing.
other offer
That was one
coming
of the
in
biggest
hot?
issues with my wife and I. We just kind of quit talking, and when you do that, you both have these stories in your mind. You tell yourself that they're doing this because of X, and when you start talking, you realize, well, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, yeah. Well, hey,
Mm-hmm.
well, Brenda, I am happy for you. I truly am, and I will keep you in my prayers, and I wish you
Of
the
course.
very best. If anything changes and you guys decide you want to sell, or if you
Okay.
just decide y'all
Is
want
your
to
other
gang
offer
grow together, because
that you
that's
have
a
on the
big
counter right
house.
now come
If
in
y'all
about
decide you want to
70?
downsize in the future, well, and your daughter's living with you now. Is that a long term thing,
Yeah.
or is she?
Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and do this. I have an appointment in West Jordan at 6 o'clock. I can swing by before then. Should we say 4:30 without
I don't want to move out yet, but you're gonna have to. Oh, good.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'll every 3 to 6
Okay.
months or so, I'll just
Let's
reach out to
let's
you if
just
that's
say
okay. Would that
let's
be all
meet
right?
at 4 o'clock. I'm always 15 minutes early.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to
But we'll
pester
say
you. I
four
just want to
o'clock
make
just in
sure that
case it
I'm
gets
here for you
pushed
if
out
you
a
need
little
me,
bit.
and
Mhm.
you'll keep getting
Okay.
information from me
Neighbor, see
and
you at 4.
all that kind of
Okay.
stuff. So
Bye.
if anything comes up in the meantime, let me know. All right. My pleasure. Tell Roderick I said hi, and you guys have a very Merry Christmas, okay? All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Money is in the follow-up.
That
Said the money's in the follow-up, right?
you better believe it. On this one, I just lost though. I was a little too honest with these people. I think
Where
I
you at?
shared this with you. I went on a listing appointment, I don't know, a month or so ago, and these people were just about to get a divorce. And as I was walking out, I asked them, "Are you guys Christians?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, my wife and I have gone through some tough times, and here's kind of what we did, and it really helped us and kind of brought us back from the brink of divorce as well. And so I see you guys struggling, and I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that if you bring the good Lord back into your marriage, it can help you. And I said, if y'all think about counseling and all, I just walked through a bunch of stuff with them, and I just felt compelled to tell them that. And I said, if I can help you, I'll help you sell your house, but I'd really prefer to see you guys work your marriage out and stay here, and me not sell it. And so I told them goodbye. Anyway, I followed up with them since over the last couple of months, and they've decided they're not going to list their home, and they're going to go to counseling and talk it out and try to make their marriage work. So I just told her, I said, well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not disappointed at all that you're not selling your house.
Hey, that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lost that one. It would have been a good one. But that's one I'm actually happy to lose. So
But you know what? They're probably gonna stick with you forever.
Yeah.
probably, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to let them forget me.
Good.
That's right.
You have some good referrals.
I think so, Emmanuel. I think at the end of the day, if you come across as a service to people, um, they're going to know, hey, this is a good and honest guy.
Yeah.
And if I have someone who wants to sell property in the future, I'm going to send them to this guy. So no, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
It was funny. I went to Vegas with my broker this weekend.
Fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. We went to freak. Where did we go? Andrea Bocelli. Holy cow! Could not think of his name, but it was cool. I had a chance to drive down with her, and chat with her, and one thing that she said that I thought was really interesting is, we, especially her, we oft put our buyers to, especially our mega buyers, to buyers agents, and we never. It's just like, hey, here's a buyer, and we never really follow up with them. but that's where all of the referrals come from, is us rubbing shoulders with those people. And as we rub shoulders with those people, they send us their clients, their friends, their family.
Yeah. And are you saying when you say those people, are you saying buyers specifically?
Buyers specifically,
Yeah.
is what she was talking about.
But you know what I have learned over the years is that you can have a good relationship with a seller, but you can typically have an amazing relationship with a buyer just because you spend so much more time with them. And you're physically with them and you're talking to them and you're doing, it's just the relationship seems to be just that much stronger with a buyer, which is a little unfortunate because I really just want to work with sellers.
But really, you think about it, a majority, it's really hard to screw up buyers.
Right.
Really hard. So yeah, I'm with you there.
I heard a coach say, the difference between buyers and sellers is buyers is physical work. That's why most people gravitate to buyers, because when they don't know much, they can go work with buyers. Sellers is mental work.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to deal with mentally with a seller.
Sellers take skill.
That's
Buyers
exactly
don't.
right. Hello, this is Matt. Doing good, Bruce.
Hey, Omar, it's Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you? I'm doing good. I just wanted to call and confirm our appointment today at 6. See if that time still worked for you. Working late today. And that's not a problem. What does tomorrow look like for you? Okay, so you're kind of day by day. Well, I'll go ahead and just schedule it for the same time tomorrow, and then call you back again in the morning, see if it works. Okay, perfect. Talk to you tomorrow, Omar. Thanks, sir. Bye.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, no, that's okay. I can tell you, and I appreciate the info and the follow-up. I do, but I am at this point, I'm just not ready to do that. I'm just not. So I don't want to put, not at this time of the year, maybe in the second quarter of next year, maybe, but at this point, I'm going to hold tight with what I got. It makes sense. It's just that there's other things that make sense as well at this time for me. So at this point, I'm gonna hold off on that. All right. I think that I did, but at this point, it doesn't matter because I'm not bringing on any new expenditures anyway. So whether I've looked at it or whether I didn't, I can tell you that I'm not. I'm not bringing on any new expenditures at this point. Not right now.
Hey, Glenn, this is Kent over at Summit Realty. You spoke with my colleague Emmanuel on Friday. Just wanted to touch base with you, talk to you a little bit about your home in Heber. When you get a moment, give me a call back at 801.
No.
31.
It is Matt at redoakrs.com. RS, yeah, as in realty service, RS. Correct. Sounds good. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye.
Good morning, Len.
May I speak to Adam, please?
Oh, hey, Susan.
Oh, hey, Adam. This is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. You sound very different, my friend, than last time we spoke.
This is Kent. I'm with Summit Realty.
Yeah.
You spoke.
Oh,
with
that's okay.
Matt
It's
Friday.
I know last time we spoke you had COVID
and I know that we were set to meet.
it was playing a number on you. So
1 o'clock this afternoon.
Anyway, your voice sounded a lot deeper. I was like, oh my gosh, that guy still have COVID.
Just wanted to see, one, if we could push that out probably until tomorrow.
Yeah.
And two, just to get some more information.
Yeah. You guys, you had 3328.
But it sounds like now it's not the best time to talk about
6227 Parksley Drive. And I know you said you wanted to speak to your wife and make the determination as to what you want to do, because this
would
you're
the
kind
same
of
time
you
work
got
for
good
you
cash
around
flow
1
on those
o'clock?
properties. So you're not 100% sure if you wanted to sell them at this time. So I just wanted to follow up and see if there's any way we could be of help or service to you, or if you just wanted to stay put, keep doing what you're doing. Okay.
Sorry, you're cutting out pretty bad.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Well,
and so is this? I know
that's scary stuff. My wife, she had cancer a few years back. She had breast cancer, and
at this point,
just over the last 30 days, she was told she may have it. It may have come back. And so we've been going after tests.
What was the purpose of selling? Was it just
if her breast cancer has come back? And that's been a scary, very scary ordeal for her and for me. And thank the Lord it came back negative. So I know what cancer is about, and that's a scary proposition. So I will definitely keep your mom in my prayers, because I've experienced that in my family, and that's a tough thing. So
oh wow. Okay. So
absolutely. Well, hey, listen, I'm not in a hurry. I'm here to help you whenever you are ready. So I'll just stay in contact with you.
I don't blame you one bit.
If I can be of help or service to you, please feel free to give me a call. I will shoot you if you don't mind. I'm going to text you over my contact.
I'll plan on meeting you tomorrow at 1.
You can save it in your phone and
the property.
If you need a realtor in the future, let me know.
That works.
All right. You have a very Merry Christmas, Adam, with your family.
Tomorrow.
And like I said, I will keep your mom in my prayers, and I wish her the very best. All right. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Got to move my chair because I'll sit down here.
Well, hey, Fritz, how you doing, man? I'm doing well, doing real well. Hey, I just wanted to follow up with you. I sent you two guys, Tony Knight for your foundation work, and then Abel Orodondo and, well, three guys, and George Gomez for the deck bid. And I just wanted to see if any of that kind of stuff worked out, or if they were helpful in any way, or if you guys decided to go a different direction. Oh, well, that's okay. It. Oh, okay. Oh, is that right? Yeah, and that's unfortunate. We're seeing that all over the place. But yes.
Hello, Alan. Hey, Alan, this is Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you today?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Good. I was calling about a home on 7th out in Springville that was on the market.
Oh, you're doing it yourself?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason why I was calling is because I specialize in helping folks like yourself who had a home for sale and didn't quite get it sold for one reason or another.
So he does have night
to
engineering, but they also he will run a crew to do your foundation work as well.
You don't.
So he can do foundation work. A lot of people will use him just for his engineering services, and they will hire a different foundation company. When I used him, I wanted him as an engineer. And then when I had him over, he said, "Well, I can get the work done."
Maybe wait for it to come back up.
So, and he gave me a very competitive bid for that. So I had him do both, but he can go both ways. He can do the engineering report for you, and do the work.
And are you folks here in Springville as well? You are? Okay. Well, will you be interviewing agents at that point in time if you do decide to relist for the job of selling the home?
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
Can't hurt.
Well, I mean, and it could be. Right? Yeah, and it could be because he's looking for.
When will you be making that decision of whether or not to rent or to?
Is it just the chimney pulling away, or is it something else in the house that's pushing the chimney away? I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I couldn't tell you. I have no clue. However, that's kind of my thinking. So, well, and ultimately.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and it may not be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, at the end of the day, Fritz, when I send people referrals of people that I've worked with or I've sent to other clients or whatever the case, I really am. I don't expect you necessarily to use them unless they give you the best bid and you feel comfortable with using them. That's number one. Number two, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure that these guys are responding to you.
Who's
that whether you use them or not,
they
get
in
good
charge
service
of the trust?
because that's important to me when I refer them to somebody else.
You're the executive,
and that's really why I'm calling.
Okay.
You use whoever makes you happy, but I want to make sure the guys.
What I'd like to do at this point, I know you're not
doing a good job. Are being honest, are contacting you
reactions or
when I send a referral.
Judgments at this point in time, but I'd love to at least do a market analysis, see if your price was at least there, whether that was the problem or location. I actually live in Springville, so I'll even drive by it.
No, I appreciate that. I do because I will call. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Alan, it was great chatting with you. Is this a good number to text?
George was a little.
I'll text you my information. If you have any questions for me, Feel free to text me back, but I'll go ahead and run that market analysis today and give you a call back tomorrow with what I find.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Alan. We'll be in touch. Talk soon. Bye.
Uh-huh. You're going to have to charge you extra since you're what? Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. So they're basically charging you a trip charge is what they were charging you. Right. Absolutely. It's actually looking pretty good. It's doing better. We've had a little bit of a reprieve. So our interest rates have dropped and we're starting to see some of that demand come back. But I'll be honest with you, even if interest rates stayed high, I would expect we'd see demand come back. And the reason for it is anytime you artificially pin up demand, at some point it returns. It may not be to the level it was before, but we typically see a return in that demand. And so that's exactly what's been going on. And now that we've seen interest rates drop a little bit, buyers are going, okay, let's poke our head up out of the hole here and see what's what. So, those are good things to see, good signs to see. Yeah. Right. I mean, they are coming down, but they're also, I think really they're not necessarily coming down, they're regulating. And in my mind, that's a difference because if you could have sold your house for $1 million last year, this year you may be able to sell it for $100,000. Does that mean the price has dropped? No, that means the market has regulated back to normally where it should be. And now you're selling it for a regular price. You're not selling it for an ultra elevated price. And that's where we were last year. That's exactly right. The bubble premium. I love that verbiage. I'm going to steal it from you. The bubble premium. That's exactly right. Yeah. So that's exactly what it was. Hey man, Fritz, you too. And I hope you and your family have a wonderful Christmas. And if I can be of help or service to you in any way, my number, just give me a call. Hey, my pleasure. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Good lead follow-up.
Say again?
Said I got a good lead follow-up. Mom died. They're waiting for they're not in a huge rush to sell. They said we wouldn't do anything for 90 days until it resets on the MLS, days on market.
Yeah. Are they going through probate?
No. Nope, it was in a trust, so.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
I'm working with one of those. I've been following up with this guy for a year. He has multiple family. It's a $1.3 million house. He has multiple family members that have an ownership interest in his mom's property who has passed. And he is the executor of the estate. He just got credited with the executor status from the court, but he has a few other things he has to go through to be able to ultimately close the property. So I've just been blowing the guy up so he doesn't forget that I'm going to be the realtor to help him.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy. Yeah. I'm the one who's saying, "Hey, do you need an appraiser to get ideas of the cost? Do you need an estate sale company? I'm just being Mr. Service."
You have to be.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely you do.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yep.
Emmanuel, what questions do you have? I was asking you this, Matt. Sorry, Emmanuel, I'm going to cut you off for a second, and then I'm going to ask you the question.
Yeah.
With Emmanuel being new, prospecting for the first time, we were talking about how sticking to the scripts is probably going to be his quickest way.
Oh,
and
100%.
Repeating it over and over and over again, even if it sounds weird and they all hang up on you, to start setting consistent appointments.
Yeah. So I agree 100%, Emmanuel. Here's what I would say. It's going to sound weird and unnatural because that is not the way you talk. That's just the truth of it. But what happens is when you say it 10,000 times, like you're going to, you can, number one, you can literally say it in your sleep. And then number two, it becomes the way that you talk. So that's just what happens. You say something enough and that's just how you say it. And you'll get experience with people telling you no and hanging up on you and giving you all kinds of excuses. You'll find out what those objections are and pay very close attention because, in my estimation, because the objections are like the same. There's maybe 10 of them. And ultimately there's 5 that you're going to get all the time, but maybe 10 total. Every once in a while you get something weird. But once you have a good return on those 10 objections or whatever they are, you'll just be a friggin' rock star on the phone. So I agree with Kent completely. Say the same thing over and over and over, and just be an absolute rock star at it. Own the script.
Yep. And it is, how true is that? You don't get anything new. Sellers aren't that.
No, it's the same thing. And you get, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to figure out what their motivation is to sell so that you can press that button, right? That's what you want to know. You want to sell your house? No. Well, when you did want to sell it, what made you want to sell it? You had it on the market before. What had you wanting to sell it at that time, right? So you're trying to figure out, why did you want to sell it to begin with? And that's when they'll start to be honest with you. Well, my wife and I were thinking about downsizing. The market's changed and we've decided to do X and all this, just all that stuff. Right. So if you find out what their motivation is, or at least get a hint, you may not get an appointment with them because you may just simply not be able to overcome whatever their obstacle is. And that's okay. But what you do now have is a button to press when you call them back.
Find out the why.
Hey, Matt, Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you? Yeah, I did see that. Where had the home sold? Where were you folks moving to? Looking at a lot. So no real serious plans on selling that at this point in time. Okay. Hey, thanks, Matt. As terrible as this is, maybe you're this way, Matt. They can't give you a real good answer as to why they were selling.
You said they gave really good answers to why?
No, if they can't. Like, why were you selling, or where were you going once it's sold? I don't really know. We were kind of just looking at a lot. To me, I just look at that and it's like, well, they hung up, but
well, if someone says, well, I don't know, we were just seeing what we could get. Cause I do have people tell me that, we're not interested in selling. We just wanted to see what we could get.
Yeah.
For the property. And then I guess my response to that is, well, if you were offered a contract today on your property, would you consider accepting it? Or if I brought you a contracted offer today, would you consider that offer? Well, sure. Okay. So you still have some desire to sell, correct?
Yeah, we do.
And then I would ask the question again. After I said that, I'd come back and say, well, when you had it on the market, what were your plans if you had sold it?
Yep.
Right.
And that's the best thing that you can find out, Emmanuel.
Yep.
The motivation, the why.
That's right. Because the whole thing comes back to motivation, right? Why were you doing what you did? And if you had sold it, what would you have done next? Well, we would have moved to California. Wonderful. Well, we help people move to California every day. That's what we do.
And then at that point, they may hang up on you, but you have the why. So when we're going through the list, day 2, day 3, and calling them, because those are people we don't want to trash. Like I won't trash that guy. He hung up on me, said we're not selling. But every day I'm going to just try to pick more and more information. We're in the finding out information about people business.
Yep. That's true. Yeah. We are doing verbally what Google does behind the scenes.
Yep.
And what we're calling them, I can't. The prospecting. Are we calling everything that's on the market, such as I think I looked one up. It was just a piece of land. Are those we're calling those too, as well?
Yep. Calling everything.
Condos, townhomes.
Yep. Everything.
Okay.
And the biggest reason why is because you never know what else they have to sell.
Okay.
Remember what we talked about, the reasons behind prospecting?
To find out more.
Yeah.
Hi, Megan. This is Matt Parker with Keller Realty. I just wanted to touch base with you and see if you guys were back in town or if y'all were just leaving town. And see if there's any way I can help you in finding your next rental property. Or if you had already found one. Anyway, when you have an opportunity, give me a call back. My number is 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. I hope this call finds you and your family well, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
So we can't be attached to the outcome. The outcomes that we're trying to get are either build a relationship or get an appointment with somebody that's looking to do something right now. And if we do those two things really well, that's how we get business.
That's the fact.
Like, look at Matt. He's just following up with people. He doesn't have to play this chase people down game.
Well, I still play it, but the hope is if I follow up enough, I won't have to chase too long. It'll all be follow up, which is a hell of a lot more fun conversations to have.
They are.
Yeah. Expires and FSBOs are great, but it's so much nicer to follow up with someone you've had a good conversation with, because then they, hearing from you it makes their day better typically.
Oh yeah.
Hey, good morning, Brenda. This is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. I was just following up with you to see if you're getting all those properties and you're still looking at them, or if any of your criteria has changed. If so, give me a call and let's get that corrected so we're getting the right properties over to you. If there's something that you just really like, you want to go take a look at, let's get that scheduled so that we can go look at them. My number is 832-643-8443. So when you get a chance, give me a call back. Again, 832-643-8443. I hope this call finds you well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
You want to call some expireds here in a minute, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I could.
I'll jump over to doing some just listed, just sold.
And we're going for the expired.
Heck, we could even have you do just listed, just sold. Those are fun. Okay, I just sent you a login on WhatsApp for this vortex.
Okay. Is it a different one from the one I had?
It is. Yep. So it's a separate one. This one just has geo leads in it for doing circle prospecting.
Hey, Bevan, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams. How are you? Oh, sure, yeah. Absolutely. This is my cell phone. Call me back when you have. Oh, I understand. Call me back when you get a chance, man. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, Bevan. Bye-bye.
Actually, Manuel, I'm going to have you do expireds.
Okay.
Then we can coach you up on that. So. How many expireds and FISBOs did you do that 1 year?
So just by myself, I did, I went on, all right, hold on. I went on 88 appointments, took 52 of them and closed 36, and then had about 7 or 8 that rolled over into the January of the next year, calling expireds. And literally 95% of them were expired. I think I closed like 3 FISBOs, but the rest of them were all expireds.
Expireds are
And
heavy.
I will tell you, we are returning to the glory days of expireds. It is coming. And January 1st, I'm going to tell you, in our market, because our market's freaking huge, in our market, we'll probably have 1,000 expireds in one day. I remember a few years back, I looked January 1st, we had like 3,200 expired properties in one day. It was insanity. I could have spent 3 days straight calling through that and still wouldn't have hit everybody. So we're coming back. I don't think it's going to be that high, but I do think we're going to see some really big numbers come January 1st.
I think it could be close to that.
What's that?
I think it could certainly be close to that.
You may be right, man. You truly may. The only thing that makes me hesitate in thinking the numbers will be that high is simply because our inventory on market is not near as high. Like, for instance, that during that year, we had 42,000 listings on the market, active on the market, 42,000. This year, right now, I think we have like 27,000.
Not that many.
Or maybe even 21,000. Maybe we even have 21,000. Yeah. But I mean, heck, some days we get 20 expireds. That's it. Or 10 expireds. That's it. So you get 500, 800, 1,000 in a day. That's a target rich environment.
Okay, you want expireds, Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm in there.
You can just log on to the regular one.
Okay. It'll be just expired and canceled, or just
Yep.
both?
Yeah, I do both. I would do the last 30-day campaign.
So on the filters, we're excluding phone numbers on the DNC. Okay.
Sorry, around to the printer. What's that?
What are we gonna clear out on the expired on the
Hey, Charles, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams
on
Realty.
the
You spoke
settings?
to a team member of mine back in August about the possibility of
You
selling
shouldn't have
your
to
home
clear
in the
out
future. And I
anything.
just wanted to touch base and see if
Oh,
our team could be of
okay.
help or service to you in
You
that
should just be
regard.
able to
We
clear
are a full service real estate
piece
team.
where
We
it
help
says
people
last
buy,
30
sell,
days
and
on
even invest in property
filter.
every single day of the week.
Yes.
And if you've given any
Yeah,
consideration to
about
selling
that.
your home, we would love to
When you
help
hit
you
the
do so.
the
We would
dialer
actually
gives
list
us
your home on the
Oh, yeah,
exclusion
yeah.
market
of
and get you
phone
top
numbers.
dollar for that.
Filter out on the
We can bring you a
DNC
cash offer if that interests you, but you would be
and
accepting
mobile
less
numbers.
typically
That's
because those
it.
are
And
from investors.
okay.
So we really work hard to make sure that our clients get top dollar for their property. And that would be my suggestion for you, unless you had a specific circumstance. If you can, give me a call back. My number is 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. That is my cell phone. I hope this call finds you well, my friend, and I'll talk to you soon.
You rocking and rolling, Emmanuel?
Something came up, but
Oh, you're good.
we did one call, but no other leads popped up. None of the info popped up.
Just try refreshing it and coming back in. Should
Okay.
work. Hi, this is Kent with Summit Realty. I was calling because we just listed the Cruise Camp home over on 587 North Ridge Drive. It's a 5-bed, 5-bath home, 4,200 square feet, listed at $975. If was calling to see if you might know of anybody looking to move into the area, or if you yourself have thought about selling. If you have, please give me a call back at 801-592-3135. Thanks so much. Talk soon.
Hey, Paul, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. You and I spoke about 6 months ago about your property at 3400 Pine Acres Drive here in Conroe. And at the time, you told me you had no interest in selling it because it was 5 acres, big shop, kind of a awesome property. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you and see if there is any way I can be of help or service to you. At the time we spoke last, you weren't interested in moving, but life happens and things change. And if I could be of help in any way in real estate, I would certainly like to do so. My number is 832-643-8443. Again, 832-643-8443. I just wanted to touch base with you and stay top of mind. And if you need anything in real estate, man, please feel free to give me a call. I hope this call finds you well, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
I love that you told him that. Just want to stay top of mind. It's true. I think it's a great line, though.
As I was saying, I was trying to think, what can I say to this guy? And the truth of it is, I do want to stay top of mind. You let me know.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do anything, that's fine, but that could change. So this guy, I'm going to ask your advice on this, Kent. So this guy was a cold call. Like, he's not a just listed, just sold. He's literally cold call into a zip code. This guy answers the phone, and the question goes, basically, did Bob Leffler's cold call deal.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, he's like, if I sell, it's going to be years.
Hello, good morning. Is Amy available?
I've got 5 acres.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm with Summit Realty.
I've got all this great stuff going on. I'm not selling this property.
I'm sure you figured that out.
Okay. No need to sell. I just wanted to touch
local
base
agent,
with you
real estate agent in
stay
the
in contact
area.
with you if I can.
Utah to the area. We noticed there was a property on Canyonwood Heights in Utah. Okay. Not a problem, ma'am. Sure will.
They hang up, Emmanuel?
They hung up.
Okay.
No longer the owner.
Oh, okay. So at that point in time, when you answer, be a little more enthusiastic. And that just comes with part of learning the scripts, but good job. Well, and you can even just follow the script verbatim. I'm okay if you even sound like you're reading it. It's fine. Sorry, Matt. So 5 acres, cold call. You there, Matt? I'm listening.
You guys were talking, and I kind
Oh
of.
no, you're good. I just wanted to make sure I could hear what you were saying. So go ahead, Matt. I'm listening.
All right, hold on one sec. Let me leave this voicemail real quick. All right, mailbox was full. Anyway, so this was a cold call, and he's like, I'm not selling anytime soon. And I do what I always do. Well, that's okay. Not a problem. Would you mind if I stayed in contact with you? And that way, if I can be of help or service to you in the future, I'd love to do so. Sure, that's not a problem. So I got his email, cell phone, all that kind of stuff. And I just call him quarterly. But if you have a guy like that, are you doing anything specific with that person, or would they even be in your database? Because here's the thing. I know I've got his phone number. I know I've got his email. I know where he lives. He doesn't want to do anything now, but my thinking is that could change. So would you do anything with a guy like that, or would you say, he doesn't need to be in my database?
I would do stuff with them.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave you permission, right?
Right. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
my thinking is like once every 6 months, touch base with him, send him, the weekly emails and the monthly text messages. And if anything comes of it, comes of it.
I would almost have an A client list, a B client list, a C client list, and stick
Right.
them in your C. Work
Yeah.
through your A, then your B, then your C. Once a quarter, right? So your A's
Right.
and B's are top priority. If you don't get to your C's, because how many people do you have in your database?
Oh man, a bunch. I think I have like, well, if I get out of my dialer to see it, it'll kick me out. Then I don't want to do that. But I think it's like 15, 16, no, 1700, 1700. So, but a lot of them are old expireds, old FISBOs. I had a friend of mine who got out of the business, and she said, "Here, I've got a database. It's not great, but you can have it." So I moved her database into mine, and so that people get my emails and text messages, and so
you have to make 30 a day, probably 30 calls
yeah,
to hit all of them a quarter.
yeah.
Could you do that?
Well, yeah, actually, I can. Not only
I would probably call them once every 6 months and mail them once a month, or put them on HomeBot.
home, yeah. And
Because the nice thing is, does he answer the phone when you call him?
This last time he didn't. No.
Yeah, so you touch base with them once a month. You could even get slide dial and just slide dial all those people once a quarter, or slide broadcast.
And tell me and remind me, HomeBot, what is that again?
So you can set them up with their home address, and it will send them out a market report every month.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it'll also tell you the email addresses that are bad.
I like that. That's good.
That way, when you call them, you can just say, "Hey, I've been sending you emails, and for whatever reason, they're not going through. What's a better email address for you?"
Right. For whatever reason, you gave me a crappy email address.
And I can see it, dipwad.
Yeah. Me and you, 123 at Yahoo. Come on, that's nobody's email. Don't be a dick.
Hello, Lloyd. Lloyd. Do you by chance live on 580 North in Provo? Or am I just completely off? Okay, I have the wrong number. Hey, my apologies, sir. Have a good one. Bye. It's snowing today, and I think I'm going to go door knock. Bad idea or good idea?
I'm thinking if you're going to door knock, do it at 6 p.m. Because that way you'll almost assuredly get every door you knock on. You'll have someone will be home
at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Problem is it's dark.
Yeah,
That's true.
get stuck at 5:30 and around 5, 6.
I always think it's creepy when someone that I don't know knocks on my door at night.
At night, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always thought, and I haven't door knocked, so I don't. This is not from experience, but Saturday morning, 9 a.m.
Yeah,
That seems like the best freaking day to go door knock.
yep.
Hello, good morning, Brian. Yes, sorry, yes, we're looking for the current owner of a property on Somerset. Hung up.
May I speak to Darren, please? Hey, Darren, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. You and I spoke a few months back about your property, 15166 Martin Drive here in Conroe. And at the time, you were telling me you guys were going through a bankruptcy and you had to get any sales or anything like that approved through the court. And I just wanted to follow up with you and see if y'all were still doing that or working through that process, or if y'all had any idea as to what y'all wanted to do with your property. Oh, good. That's wonderful. Yeah, because when you're going through a bankruptcy, you got to have a place to live. Bankruptcy or no. Yeah. So, well, Darren, I wish you the very best of luck in the future and with your bankruptcy. Have y'all kind of worked through that in some way, or are y'all still dealing with it? Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've helped more than a few clients go through bankruptcy, and I will tell you that is the gift that keeps on giving, and not in a good way. So, yeah. Well, hey man, I wish you the very best, and moreover, I wish you a Merry Christmas. So if I can be of help or service to you in any way in real estate, if you have any real estate related questions, this is my cell phone. Please give me a call. And if you don't mind, I'm going to text you my contact information. So if anything comes up and you've got questions for me, I've helped a lot of people work through bankruptcies, divorce, you name it. I've helped them. So I can help you guys if you get to that point. My hope is you don't. So, all right. Hey, my pleasure, Darren. You have a great day, my friend. Okay, bye-bye.
You know what is funny? Everybody says, realtors, people don't trust them. They're right there with used car salesmen.
Mm-hmm.
For not trusting you, people sure tell you a whole lot.
That's right. Oh, this dude. Oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody does. Some people are shut off, but for the most part. Hello, Brandon. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Is Carlos available?
Man, I'm glad we have this group. I did not feel like getting on the phone today.
Halfway.
Here we are. Hello, I'm looking to speak with She. Wrong number. Do you by chance live in Provo, Utah? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I missed somebody put the wrong number in. My apologies.
Hey, good morning, Rick. I'm looking for the property owner of North Pony Rider Way on 301.
Yes.
No, not a problem.
I wonder if I can. I'm gonna switch out my number. I think I'm coming up as spam.
Hi, is this Foad?
New listing, guys. Love those texts.
Hi, good morning. Is Ryan available?
Hey, John, this is Matt Parker with Keller Williams Realty. How are you doing this morning? Doing good, my friend. Doing real good. Hey, listen, you spoke to a team member of mine many months ago about the possibility of selling your property on Oak Acres Drive, and I just wanted to follow up and see if you and your wife had still any plans or were even thinking about selling your home in the future, or if you're happy with where you're at. Yes, sir. Oh, it's my pleasure to do it. Okay. Well, she's actually on my team. She actually works with me. So yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, I do. I do. Well, and I'll tell you this, John, we're a full service real estate company. So if you want a cash offer, we can bring you one of those. However, I typically push people away from those simply because cash offers are made by investors. I say instant offers, I should say, not cash offers. That's exactly right. But that's not how we operate at all. Our job is to market it aggressively, price it right on the market, and then ultimately get you top dollar that the open market will bring you, not necessarily have investor dollars come to you. Now, if it is an investor and they're willing to pay what we're asking, then great. But that's typically how we work. I mean, we work with investors, sure, but that is not our niche in the market. Our niche is full service real estate. So not discount or instant offers. We can bring those to you, but again, unless you're financially tied down by something or you have some extenuating circumstance in which you need to sell right away, which it doesn't sound like you do, then that's probably not going to be best for you. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Well, uh-huh. Is that a VA mortgage? Oh, is that right? Now, did you serve in the military? Oh, okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Right. Well, I mean, and it still could, but you'd be selling your house for a heck of a lot more than that, which means so a few things. Number one, the buyer would have to get approved by your current lender to assume the 70,000. Secondly, they'd have to get either pay cash for the rest or get a secondary loan plus a down payment on the second loan. So it would be so the buyer there could be some benefit. There's no doubt. Specifically, if the buyer is being quoted 6% interest on the other loan or 7% interest, let's say, on the other loan, then it would definitely benefit them to assume a $70,000 mortgage at 5%. So that could definitely be a benefit to a buyer if you were thinking about doing that. And if you ever decided to sell, we would market that as, hey, this is a benefit to the buyer, and then let the buyer make the decision as to whether assuming a mortgage like that would be a good idea. And then we could run the numbers for the buyer and say, hey, if you got a full loan at this amount, this is what you'd pay. If you did this and did this stepwise, where you had a partial assumable mortgage and then a secondary mortgage for the remaining amount, what would you be paying per month? And it could possibly save the buyer some money. So yeah, but lenders, and I just had the thought, lenders that have to sit in second position charge you a higher interest rate. So that higher interest rate in second position could eliminate their savings. Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice. Right. Oh, very nice. It's pretty out there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, oh, sure. And my job in calling you, John, is not to try to push you into doing one thing or another. It's simply to let you know that I'm here. I'm here. And if you and your wife decide that you want to do something, I would be honored to help you and answer any questions that you have, and then kind of work numbers for you and show you how things would work out. So and you're right, there are some things going on in the market right now that are a little bit in flux. However, I will tell you, interest rates have dropped. They had a high of 7.375 today, and they're down to 6.28. So, and that's average. So if you've got good credit, you can get it close to 6. Is really, yeah. So it was really with the interest. So they've taken a big step back, which is a nice thing. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Well, and here's what I'll do, John. I'm going to text you in just a minute my contact information so you can save it in your phone. And if anything comes up in real estate, if you find something you just love in Chapel Hill and you and your wife going, call Matt. Let's work some numbers. If that's the case, let me know. We can go and take a look at that stuff in Chapel Hill and see if it makes sense for you guys. And more importantly, we can talk about what your house would sell for. Did you add that pool since you've moved in, or was that pool there? Okay. All right.
Hello, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert, this is Kent. I'm with Summit Realty. How are you today?
Very nice. Very nice. Well, that's gonna up your
Oh,
sales
it's not
price.
Robert. I apologize. Do you know Robert?
Oh, good morning. It's Ralph.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm looking for
Well,
Ralph.
that'll definitely up your sales price. Also, too, that new remodeled kitchen you talked
Yeah.
about. That'll help you out.
Oh, no, not a problem. Well, the whole reason why I was calling is we listed a home for sale in his neighborhood, the Kreutz Camp home. So I was really just calling to let him know of the details of the sale and see if he might know of anybody. Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah,
Let
well,
me know
it's good.
when you're
And
ready.
more importantly, it's not just the
Okay,
cost,
so my name's
it's the
Kent
enjoyment factor
Brown.
too, right?
And then
So,
my direct cell
I
phone
bet you
number is
agree with your kitchen and you love your new kitchen, right?
592
that's because my wife and I did the same thing. We
3135.
completely remodeled it and we love it. And it was expensive, but man, it was worth doing. And I'm glad we did it. I kind of griped the whole time, but then when it was done, I went, okay. It turned out pretty darn good. Yeah.
Sort of. Well, we haven't sold the home yet. We just listed it for sale. So I was really curious to see if he knows anybody in the area who might be interested in buying it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and you also too. I mean, I'm sure y'all thought of this. You dodged a bullet, a big one in terms of materials cost. So, because y'all did it right before materials just literally went up by 400%. Yeah, my uncle is a home builder, and I remember before COVID, he was telling me, he goes, the sheathing that goes on a roof, the plywood that goes on the roof. He said I could buy that for $7.95 a sheet. He said today, and this was about a year ago, he said today if I buy that same piece of lumber, it's $47. So he said it's unbelievable the price of wood. So yeah, the material cost, you guys, man, y'all dodged a bullet. Well, hey, John, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, my friend. I'm going to follow up this call with a text message and my contact info. And if I can be of help or service to you in any way, please feel free to reach out to me. Hey, thanks, John. Y'all have a very Merry Christmas, my friend, and we'll talk to you sometime next year. Thank you. You do the same. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
I like Red X's quote today. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new.
That's a fact.
I've seen that too. Right.
That reminds me of if you're going to do anything, you're going to fail at it. So fail forward.
Yep.
Someone a lot smarter than me said that, but I agree. You got to just keep on getting up, falling on your face and getting up and keep doing it again. So.
Massive failure.
Valentine, his last name.
We need some music up in here.
And get some going.
Ooh, Emo Forever is a recommended playlist for me. What am I listening to?
At least it's not the sound of wind chimes or something gay like that. The sounds of whale song. You're like, come on, man.
Emmanuel can just open his door and hear Wells. Jealous.
Oh, you guys are welcome whenever you guys want to come by.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry about that.
Have a good one. Bye. I've called 2 hospitals today.
Huh.
Hello, Noel. Or Rosalia, maybe. Rosalia. Hey, Rosalia. This is Kent over at Summit Realty. How are you today? With Summit Realty, I was calling with some exciting neighborhood news. We're helping one of your neighbors sell their homes, the Kreutz Camps. Do you know them by chance? Kind of. You know where they live. Yeah. Yep. The one on Northridge Drive. Perfect. Well, I was just reaching out today to see if you may know of anybody looking to move into the neighborhood. Not at this time. I know. Well, we're listed pretty reasonable. We're at 975, which is below where the current comps are. Yeah, yeah, true. Well, I appreciate you taking my call. Have you guys lived in the area long? I love it. Yeah. Yep, $1 million views. When you quickly realize when you have a view, yeah, and they may come down. No, you realize when you get a view that you never want a house without one. It's crazy. Well, no, not a problem. I appreciate you just being so kind to me, taking a moment to chat. Any plans on you folks selling in the near future? Oh, congratulations. Where at? Oh, okay. Not a problem. I was thinking St. George or something, somewhere warm, but Grandview Hill's not bad. Okay. Well, that's why you get a second home there, and then you can just go and enjoy the one. But I get it. I get it. Do you have any? Who is keeping you up to date on what the market's doing? Oh, he's got the easy job. Got the easy job. Yeah, I like it, and I can appreciate loyalty. Well, would you be opposed if we stayed in touch? I usually every 3 to 6 months I'll just give you a call, let you know what's happening in the market. Okay. Yeah, and if prices dip any lower, maybe you pick up a third or a second rental property. Yes, in St. George in the warm weather. Well, that's why you have a pool. You sit by the pool or in the pool. I I get it. I get well. It's okay. You can't do it. I get it. The problem with having a pool here is you only get to enjoy it for a couple months and then you close it unless it's heated. Get it heated. So. I like the way you think. Yeah, well, we'll definitely stay in touch. If I can ever help you down the road, you know, one thing that we do is if you are looking to purchase another property and you want in a certain neighborhood, but there's no homes for sale, we'll call and door knock the neighborhood to find a home for you. So we're aggressive. Yeah, we try to add a lot of service, but Well, Rosalia, right? Rosalia, sorry, I butchered that. So Rosalia, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and we'll be in touch every few months. Yeah. Yeah, I think that she did. I can't remember. So my partner listed it, Jade Tanner, but I think that's why they're selling, sadly enough. Nobody's there. Yeah. So they're looking to sell. Oh, her specifically. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know the whole story. Interesting enough. So I can find out though. Let you know. I'll text you. Yeah. Let me find out. I'll shoot you a text when I'm gonna send you my business card when we hang up, and I'll find out and then include that in that text message. Okay. Thanks, Rosalia. Have a great one. Bye. I was gonna ask Matt if he does this.
What you doing, Ken? Circle prospecting?
Circle prospecting, yeah. So okay. Matt.
Yes, sir.
Here's what I found that so I'm trying to add 3 people to my database.
Uh-huh.
This lady was really nice. I'll go door knock the neighborhood too and drop off my card with her.
Yeah.
Do you do that as well?
I
the
don't.
connection's just a lot stronger.
Oh, there's no doubt. And I don't. I am I don't know. In my mind, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but I have a lack of leverage, and that is I'm definitely feeling it.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I do not have my ISA anymore, so I need an Emmanuel working with me, and I do not have my assistant anymore, and I need an assistant, and so I'm holding off until we get all that stuff settled. But to answer your question, no, there's a lot of things I need to be doing that I'm not, just because I simply just don't have the time to get them done.
The bandwidth?
I just don't.
Yep. Let's make that happen. My broker said this to me this weekend because I was telling her about, I was like, oh, we went to Andrea Bocelli. This is a bucket list item for me.
Oh, yeah.
And she was talking to me about what else was on my bucket list. And I was like, oh, this and this and this and this. She's like, is it written down? It's like, no. She said, if it's not written down, it won't happen.
I agree with that. It's like it doesn't exist.
Doesn't, yeah.
You'll get to the end of the year and go, man, I wish I would have acted on that. Or man, yeah.
I agree. So we should figure out what 2023 is looking like besides hog hunting. That's on there out of a helicopter.
That's it.
I didn't add to my bucket list. Can you believe that?
I actually was watching videos of a chain gun being used yesterday. It just looked unbelievable. Just the gun itself it's at 4,000 rounds a minute. That's 67 rounds a second. Think about that.
That's bananas.
That's insane. I don't know if the one on this hog hunting deal, if they have a gun like that. That seems extremely expensive because in like literally a minute, in a minute, you're
like, okay, you're all out of money.
Yeah, it's like wah, and you let it go, and you're like, okay, well, that was $4,000. So, but anyway, yeah. So I have that one on my bucket list. But what does your 2023 look like? Have you stopped to figure that out in terms of
As far as goals go?
right, like
No.
number of closed transactions, that kind of stuff?
Nope. I need to sit down and write it.
Yeah. I came up with mine, and it's 50 closed transactions.
Okay.
50.
50 closed transactions for the year.
And if you don't hit that, what happens?
Well,
How much pain will you be in if you don't hit
so
50?
Here's what I decided to do. I am going to staple my nuts to this chair.
That's an
if I don't hit
extreme.
it, and I've already got the staple gun, it's a monster. So I'm just gonna pull it out, snap, 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 snap.
Until you hit that.
That's exactly right. So my last few listing appointments, if I don't hit it, I'll be dragging a chair with me.
Well, I think the one thing you need to do, Matt, is say, the way I'm going to hit 50 is, okay, I need an ISA,
right?
Need an assistant. That way, while I'm out, someone's still generating.
Yeah. And that's the goal. And in past, when I've had ISAs working for me in the past, that is typically the case because they're doing exactly what Emmanuel was doing, and that is they're 8 hours on the phone all day. So we may not be getting appointments every day, but we're getting nurtures that we're adding to the database every day, and that's key. That's a good one.
All right, I got a question for both of you guys. You guys mentioned what are the things that you guys want to accomplish this 2023 coming up. Can you guys go back to 2021 and if you had got to the level where you guys want to be when you were thinking about how 2022 was gonna go for you guys as far as closing deals or getting more deals?
Yeah.
How's it been in the 2022 with a lot of things changing dramatically?
Good question. So in 2021, my business changed pretty drastically. And what I mean by that is I have always been a prospector, always. So the day I came into real estate, the only thing I knew to do was get on the phone. And that's what I did. And I sucked at it and then got better over time. But in 2021, things just changed. All of a sudden, business was coming at me in a way I had never experienced. It was just coming to me left and right, which was awesome. I wasn't making phone calls at all. As a matter of fact, I ended up having to stop to handle the business that I had coming at me, and which was a really nice thing. The problem is in 2022, the first part of 2022, the same thing kept happening. And so my laziness or lack of willingness to get on the phone burned me as we got deeper into the year because the transactions slowly started to peter out. And I thought, well, I'll give it time and people will keep coming. But that's not what happened. I should have, number one, I should have never gotten off the phone. And then number two, in the beginning of the year, I should have made a commitment at the beginning of January 2022, beginning of this year, just to recommit myself to be on the phone, just blowing it away. And I didn't do that. And so it burned me and I shot myself in the foot. So to answer your question, my 2021 was better only because of the business I had coming to me. Had I continued to prospect during that period of time, my 2022, I think this year would have been just as good, if not better, than 2021. So, okay. Yep. Because I've spoken to friends of mine that have done just as well in 2022 or better in 2022 than they did in 2021, and we've seen a dip in the market and interest rates increase, and there's fewer sellers and fewer buyers now as we're getting later in the market, and they've done just as good. It hasn't really, I mean, they're seeing the slowdown for sure, but their business has not stopped. So
I think business for me is kind of like dieting or food. And it's funny because once I connected, okay, when I prospect, kind of like what you were saying, prospecting equals appointments, appointments equals money.
Right.
And you have to tie those together to really be successful. So for me, it's kind of like dieting of, okay, guess what? That cookie tastes really good right now. But because I ate that cookie, I'm not going to have as good of a workout. I'm going to feel sluggish, sloppy. So there's same thing with prospecting. Okay, if I don't prospect today, then I'm, in 90 days, I'm going to feel that hit.
Right.
Or 30 days, I'm going to feel that hit. And because that hit isn't immediate, a lot of times you just put it off and don't prospect.
Yep.
You're not consistent with it. So I think this year is the year that I finally figured that out. Where, food has a consequence and not prospecting has a consequence.
Right. And it's so funny, but tell me if this isn't true. You knew, just like I knew, the truth of it is I got to be prospecting. But there's a difference between knowing and truly understanding something, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, all of a sudden, the knowledge of not prospecting becomes very, very real. And you go, holy crap, now I get it.
Yep.
It's like, but did you know it the whole time? You knew it the whole time. You just, now all of a sudden it's kind of kicked you in the coin purse and you're going, whoa.
So that's the thing, Emmanuel. Like as you do it and as you get bonuses and things, you're going to start realizing, man, all I have to do is be consistent. That's all I have to do.
Right.
I don't have to sound the best. I don't have to sound amazing. I just have to be consistent. That's it. Do you know who Dan Penna is? I think that's his name, Dan Penna.
Yeah.
Some really rich guy in England. I think he's from America, businessman. But he said one of his best salesmen that he had, and he said probably one of the richest guys that I ever knew. We pulled up in his limo and he's like, I'm about to show you that life is a numbers game. Dan Penna's like, what are you talking about? So pulls over on the side of the road and says, I'm going to ask every woman that walks by to sleep with me. So he did. Said I got kicked in the groin. I got spit on. I got punched. I got, told to F off. And on woman 17, she says, yeah, I've got time. Do you want my place or do you live close by?
Man.
Obviously, you didn't do anything, but
right.
The whole point of that was life is a numbers game. If you go up to 100 people and Emmanuel, if you just called and said, hey, this is Emmanuel. Do you own a home here? Yeah. Will you meet with my agent, Kent? You could do that 100 times. Probably one or two people are going to say, yeah, I will.
I agree. I had a real estate coach say, listen, in real estate, everything works. But this is in life. I mean, he was specifically talking about real estate, but this is in life. He said, I swear to you, if you had a donkey and you hung a sign over that donkey's back that says, I sell real estate, would you like to sell your house? If you went and just set that donkey out in front of a grocery store and you stood next to that donkey, enough people will pass by and you will get business from that donkey and the sign. I guarantee it. That's the way it works. If you went to the grocery store and every person you bumped into in the grocery store, you said, oh, hey, I'm sorry to bump into you. My name is Matt. I'm in real estate. And if I can be of help or service to you, please let me know. I'd love to help you. Are you thinking about buying or selling? You get away from me, man. You're a freak show. But someone is going to say yes, and you will get business. And that is it's not just the nature of real estate. As you said, Kent, it is literally the nature of life. Everything works. Nothing doesn't. And that's a fact.
It's true.
Nice.
So who's going to play the game? You got to play the game to win. So that's all you're doing, Emmanuel. But using the scripts is what increases those odds from, 1 out of 100 to probably 10 out of 100 or 5 out of 100. All it is millimeters. millimeters. What's funny is you look at people like in the NFL and people in college that don't make it to the NFL, the difference of those guys is marginal.
Right.
Same thing with top producers in real estate and those that just sell here and there. It's marginal. People that sell, the top producers just talk to more people. That's it.
Have you ever come across someone, Kent? I know you have. You're dealing with a real estate agent and you're going, this dude, he's a douchebag. How did he get this listing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the time.
And you're thinking, okay, it must have been his aunt or something like that got him. And then you talk to him a little bit more and you find out he got it from like call-in or just being consistent or whatever the case. And you're going, how did this idiot get it? But that happens all the time, because I'm going to tell you, I'd rather be consistent than good any day.
Because it just hurts your ego.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you go up against someone who's decent, but is consistent day after day after day after day, they'll outsell you every day. They'll do it. Not at first. The first month, you're going to kick their butt, and then your ego is going to take over. And you're going to think, I'm better than this dude. But that consistent guy is going to just be hammering it. And at the end of the year, he's going to have more money. He's going to have more closings. He's going to have more success than you ever did, because you let your ego get in the way, and he just plodded along. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep. Be the tortoise, not the hare.
Mm-hmm. It's so true. And all these things are lifelong lessons. None of this is not revolutionary. This isn't something you go, oh my God, look how. But the funny thing is when you're a real estate agent and you're doing this, for some reason, these things are true. But again, the understanding of the truth doesn't happen to you until you're a few years in. And then you go, holy crap.
Yep.
They were right.
Well, that's the beauty about scripts, Emmanuel, and you're going to see that. If you're doing it every single day and you're just reading from that script, eventually it's going to click in your head that, when I ask this question, they respond two ways. And if I know how to move the conversation along after they respond, I will get an appointment.
Yeah.
But you have to ask those questions and use the script to know what they're going to say. Have to. So if I could drill anything in your mind, like Matt said, it's going to be awkward because it's not your words and it's not how you would typically sound. But just stick to it, and eventually you'll get good. Like, you'll sound like Matt. Could you believe that Matt was ever bad on the phone? I can't.
Oh, I was bad on the phone for a very long time. I had no one. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anybody telling me, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to say. I literally went to Google and put in expired scripts and had like 10 of them. And I would go through them and I'd do one for a week and go, that one doesn't work very well. Then I'd go to another one. And so that's a bad idea. Don't ever do that, because what that did was it messed my mind up and gives you a lot of inconsistency. Even if you got a bad script, but you're good at it, you're still gonna bring down some appointments. There's absolutely no doubt. All right. So what's the competition? I'm about to have to hop off. So what's the competition? We are, you got to have 30 closings or under contracts by April 1st. And I'm 20 closings. 20 closings are under contracts by April 1st.
Emmanuel, you're helping me with the other 10, buddy.
Okay.
So Emmanuel needs 10. I need 20.
Yep.
Matt needs 20.
That's a fact.
Emmanuel jumps out of a plane. We stay in the helicopter, but we're shooting out of it.
But we slaughter hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
To me, that is an awesome goal.
April.
I'm gonna have to give Gus a call and have him find an ISA for me like you, Emmanuel, so that all 4 of us can be on the phone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Making calls. Well, I've got to jump off onto a role play.
Okay, good deal. Emmanuel,
I'm going to be on all day.
Are you?
Again. Yeah.
I should be back. I've got some paperwork to do, and then I'll get back on later on in the afternoon.
Perfect.
All right, guys.
Okay. See you, man.
Love, peace, and hair
All right,
grease. We'll see you later.